What up? How's everyone doing? Happy Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. Let's make some money today. We are going to lock in a bunch of plays. We got full card dropping on SoBet today, as always. Let's have ourselves a massive day, huh? Huh? Who wants it? We're going to get into questions if people have them. We're going to get into the full slate. We're going to talk a little bit NFL playoff preview, maybe some NFL, maybe some QB ranking talk. I've got, if you're on the Twitter stream, Twitch stream, YouTube, etc., we have the Profit X tab pulled up. I'm doing a thing where I'm betting dogs every single day, every NBA underdog for $100 a pop, right? Every single underdog in the NBA for $100 a pop. 6 out of the 8 days it's been profitable. And it's not because just betting dogs is an automatic lock. It's because doing it on Profit X massively increases the value of your wins. And that's what makes it profitable. One of these hits, like yesterday we hit what was it? A plus 425. Let me pull this up. Uh, yesterday our biggest hit was I believe plus 425, and we had a plus 780 in there. Yeah, plus 425 on the Blazers to beat the Heat. So the Blazers won, the Magic won. They were barely dogs. That was plus 112. Wouldn't have been plus 112 anywhere else. So right there, that's 537 profit, and then we lose the other three, $100 prop, up to 37. It's actually insane, the increase in value. Actually insane, genuinely. And that's the nature of the strategy. The nature of the strategy is we're just using Profit X lines. It's not a ton of research, not a ton of data, not a ton of complicated whatever. It's just we're using these better lines, and then long term, just betting dogs is profitable. So that's over 8 days. It's about 4K risk, and we've made over 1,000 in that period of time, which is over 25% our way. It's like actually insane. We're Lions fans acting entitled after being good for 2 seasons. Listen, man, it's a things change quickly. Things change quickly. They dominate teams all year. They're all fired up all year long. They think this is their year. It's tough to get past that. You're the number one seed, and then I'm sure they're going to talk about injuries and whatnot, and those are real. But at the end of the day, they played a really bad game at a really bad time. Really bad game at a really bad time. But what's going to be beautiful is when the Bills beat the Chiefs. When the Bills beat the Chiefs, we're going to see a lot of complaining from fans online. People get used to it quickly, especially because you have a lot of bandwagons. When you have teams that are perennial champs, even for a few years, even back to back, you get bandwagoners. Okay, I'm going to root for the Chiefs now. That's fun. T Bacon, what's up, baby? How's it going? How's it going? How's everyone doing today? Bills win will heal so many of us. It's going to be glorious. It's actually going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be a beautiful thing. I think the Bills go to Arrowhead. I think that they're going to be in control like the majority of the game. I think it'll be a one-score game. I think that there's going to be an opportunity for Mahomes to make a comeback late. What I expect to see in the game is the Bills establish the run well, they move the ball well, Allen makes a couple big plays. Their offense is effective, and they put up, around 31 points. Their defense hangs on for dear life, forces a couple field goals instead of touchdowns. Really, only forces like a punt or two. Yeah, T. Bacon, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Beating a team twice in the same year, it's difficult, but it's not difficult for the same reasons that were in things. It's difficult just in general. But once one of the wins have been done, I don't think it's more difficult to beat them again because it's not like the Bills showed all their cards. The teams are very familiar with each other. So in terms of the familiarity, I think it's pretty equal, right? It's pretty equal that both teams know what to expect from each other on pretty high level. Both coaches have a lot of tape on each other, a lot of experience with each other, and they're going to have to game plan accordingly. They're going to have to make adjustments. They're going to have to try to be a little bit less predictable. And I would give the Chiefs the edge there. I think McDermott does a great job with the defense. But I would also give Joe Brady the edge as the Bills offensive coordinator. So I think that's going to be a massive impact on the game. I think they're going to put together a good scheme. And I see it very likely as a situation where the Bills are up the majority of the game. They're up 3-6, something like that, the majority of the game. And I see them up 6, 7, 8 points with 2 minutes left, something like that. Chiefs getting the ball, an opportunity for that final drive for Mahomes, and everyone thinking, "Oh boy, it's going to happen! It's going to happen! It's going to happen!" And the Bills finally make that stop. That's what I see. Alternatively, I see a tie game with a couple minutes left. Allen leads down for a walk-off field goal. That's just kind of how I see it going. But yeah, I see Bills in control of the game. I really like it. I think getting them at plus money is great value. I understand it's not going to be easy. There's nothing easy about this, obviously. Um, obviously, but damn, these lines are good. There's nothing easy about it by any means, and there's no guaranteed thing. There's no sure thing on this, but I really truly from the bottom of my heart, I said I think the most difficult matchup for the Bills was going to be the Ravens, and I did. I was really confident when the Bills played the Chiefs earlier this season. Right, I was really confident about that game. Felt really good, and they won by 2 scores. Right, the only loss the Chiefs had legitimately this year, and it was a 2-score loss to the Bills. You know that's in the Chiefs' mind. You know that's what they're worried about. You know this was the team. This was the matchup they didn't want. It really was. Appreciate everyone joining. We're gonna get through the slate. I am talking right now. So for people who missed, for the last 8 out of the last 10 days, just pretty much on non-football days, I bet all the dogs in the NBA, all the dogs in the NBA for $100 a pop. And I'm doing this on ProfitX. ProfitX is peer to peer, so you get much better lines, but it's a massive amount of liquidity. So whatever action you want to get down, you get down at a pretty high level. I'm doing that again. Anyone wants to see this? I'm about to. It's gonna be up on my screen. If you're on the Twitter, the Kick, or the YouTube, or the Twitch, any of those streams, you'll see it on my screen. We're just putting $100 down on all the dogs, and that in itself has been profitable. Just and the biggest thing is look at these lines. I'm going to pull up DraftKings as well and just compare the lines so you understand the difference. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. If you're not doing this, if you're not getting your action on PropDex, you're not taking advantage of those lines, then I really don't care what you have to say about anything regarding sports betting. Regarding your picks, regarding your analysis, because you're just flushing money down the toilet. We're getting the Mavs at plus 138 instead of 130, so not massive there, but it's an increase of 8 points. Okay. We are getting the Nets at plus 600 instead of plus 550, so that's a pretty good amount. We are getting the Rockets at plus 134 instead of plus 124. That's 10 points better. We're getting the Hornets. Hornets about the same, so we're going to have to ask for a better line. Hornets at plus 560 instead of 525. We're going to get Warriors plus 245 instead of plus 230. You guys get the idea by now. I'm going to finish locking these in, but you guys get the idea. Guys, we've got the Jazz at plus 920, and we got to do it. The whole system is we take every single dog. You don't pass on the big one. You don't say, oh, no, listen, these guys get paid to play. They get paid to play because part of it is the NBA. The NBA yields itself to upsets. You should never be plus 920 in the NBA to win a game, right? Because it's not as physical a sport as some of the other. You can't just physically dominate someone and that's a wrap. That's not how the NBA works. It's not football. So getting a dog at plus 920 in NBA is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So let's see my plays. Let's see if I got all these in. We got a couple waiting to get matched, but they will. All right. How's everyone doing? What plays are we looking at? We're gonna start getting into the college basketball slate here in a second. We're going to talk about NFL playoff preview. Not going to be a super long one. It doesn't matter. Commanders are winning. I think Commanders got a chance. Commanders are plus 6. Commanders are +6 right now. I think that's the highest we're going to see them. I locked in the Commanders at +6 for 2 units today. I don't think you're going to get a better line than that. I'm still seeing +6. I'm taking the Bills. Anything I see the Bills at +116 or higher, just continuing to pile on action. Got them at 114, 115, trying to get 116. Lucky fish. Crazy behavior. Crazy. Anyway, yesterday, if you rode the free play yesterday, we shared it was Creighton -6.5. They ended up winning by like 40. It was an absolute sweat free blowout, absolute massy. But yeah, I like the Commanders at +6. The Commanders money line's interesting. The Commanders money line is interesting. I don't see it. I, I'm struggling to understand how one, the defense manages Barkley, and two, how Daniels is able to get the ball out quickly enough and still find open guys against the Eagles secondary. I think it's a really strong pass defense, and I really think it's difficult to deal with. I've been impressed by Daniels. I think he's capable. I think he's definitely capable. He continues to impress. He continues to defy expectation. So I'm not ruling him out by any means. It's tough for me to go money line in this spot. What I do like though, what I do like is taking. I think it's minus 220 right now. So obviously juicy, but taking the Eagles to not taking the Eagles to not. I'm gonna do another 220 on this. I'm in so deep. Taking the Eagles to not win the Super Bowl at minus 220 odds on Profit X. To not win the Super Bowl at minus 220. So that means you're just basically fading a two-leg money line parlay of the Eagles, which is going to be the Commanders, and they're pretty strong favorites against the Commanders. And then it's going to be the Bills or the Chiefs. I think the Bills, but they're going to be destroyed by either team. I genuinely believe they lose badly to either team. So I'm loving the Eagles to not win the Super Bowl. Commanders win by 7. Take a big bet. Commanders win by 7. Let's see what kind of odds you can get on a 7-point win for the Commanders. Let's say Commanders minus 6.5. Let's just see what that would look like. I would love to see a Commanders win, and I definitely believe it's possible. But Commanders minus 6.5 is plus 430. That's not bad. Plus 430 to get him. Commanders have 33 points against him without Hurts. Eagles are smoking them. Yeah, I mean they also did. They did beat him. I understand Hurts came out, but Hurts has been unimpressive. Hurts has been unimpressive. That was a wild finish, whatever that was, week 16 or whatever it was. All right, so since this isn't going to be a long stream, we won't get to all the plays. What am I using for Eagles not to win Super Bowl? That's Profit X. Profit X is an exchange, which means you get the other side of everything possible. If you're on any of these streams, you see it. But Profit X, it's in my links. I'm going to reply on the Twitter stream. With the link. But Profit X is in my links. Just go to my profile, click the link tree. You'll see Profit X. You join it. You go to NFL futures. You can take the no side to anything. You take the Eagles to not win it, minus 220. Minus 220 for the Eagles to not win the Super Bowl is pretty unreal. Absolutely. Upside income and says Peter. Loving UIC Evansville under 142.5 today. Double A, I appreciate you letting me know. We're gonna ride. Double A has fed me some winners. I'm not even gonna lie. If you feed me winners in the chat, I will continue to give you my business. That's how it works. Also, this is a deep cut game. UIC Flames at Evansville Aces. 8 p.m. tonight. You got under, what'd you get? Under 142.5 today. Minus 115. I'm gonna ride with you. Okay, but anyway, back to what I was saying. If you want to get the Eagles to not win the Super Bowl at minus 220, that is on Profit X. It's in my links. It's in the reply to the Twitter chat. It's in my links on any of the site. It's called Profit X. Shoot me a DM if you have any questions on that. Number 2, if you want all my plays today, free trial. Free trial for anyone who wants to see it, wants to see what it's like to get my plays, the write up, the analysis, everything that I'm doing. Yeah, Chris, minus 220 for the Eagles to not win the Super Bowl. If you want all that action, nice chance. Appreciate it. Well, I'm Illinois, Chicago minus the points. All right. I'll ride with you, Chance. If you want all my plays, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Just shoot me a DM on Instagram. I got you. There's also, if you check my stories, doing a lot of giveaways today. Free bet giveaway, free plays, all that stuff. Shoot me a DM on Instagram. First 15 people to DM me on Instagram. I'll hook it up and I will get you that action. What am I looking at, Chance? You said Chicago, Illinois. Is this right? Bob, appreciate the follow. Appreciate the follow. Run those up. Chance, who are they playing? See, Bacon says Houston minus the points. I don't mind that. I would prefer the over in that game, to be honest, but I don't mind that. All right. So to recap, because this is a short stream, we might come back live again later today. But to recap, if you want all my plays, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Free day for anyone who wants it. If you want a free bet, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Let me know. If you want to tail this minus 220 on the Eagles to not win the Super Bowl, minus 220 on the Eagles to not win the Super Bowl, I got you. Think the Warriors game will be a blowout? No, I don't. I mean, it obviously could be. I'm not ruling that out, but I don't have major reason to think that it would be. It's not like an insane spread. They're favorites, but what are they? 6 point dogs in the spot. Loving the Telegram post. Kenny, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've got a free Telegram in the links. I got a ton of free stuff for anyone who wants it. Free Telegram in the links. Warriors are 7.5 point dogs. That's nothing crazy. I'm not saying take the Warriors. I would think about it, but I don't think it'll be a blowout. Could be, those teams do score a lot of points, so they can go different. Oh, they play Evansville. All right, we were already looking at that game. Everyone's got action on this Evansville game. That's wild. All right, Chance, don't let me down. Let's get it. Love the Telegram post. All right. So we might do another live. I got to run. We might do another live later. But like I said, if you want all the action, you want all the plays, shoot me a DM on Instagram. You want to tail the minus 220 play to fade the Eagles. Eagles to not win the Super Bowl is only minus 220. Shoot me a DM if you want there. Check my links and get on Profit X. Hell yeah, double A. We're riding it. So we got UIC -5, and we got the under 142.5 in this game. Full card goes up on SoBet every single day. It's in my links if you want it. Shoot me a DM on Instagram if you got any questions about anything I'm talking about. Easy to reach. You can DM me on the other sites too, but Instagram's gonna be your best bet for quick reply. We are gonna wrap this up. Love all you except for the ones I hate. Let's have a massive, massive day today. Tom. I'm not gonna do that, Tom. You seem like a loser.